In this video, we're going to create a free Barbertime website from scratch. I'm going to scroll down and get the link. There it is. Get a Barbertime site. I'm going to open that, and as soon as it comes up, you will see there is a form that we can fill out. Select a username, all lowercase and 4 or greater letters or numbers only. All lowercase, remember. In this case, we're going to call ourselves AEIGHT, A8. And A8 will be the email address. You fill in the whole email address. And then make up a password. I'm hitting tab to go between the fields, by the way. And then confirm by typing in the same password. You will see that give me a site is already checked. If you're just wanting a username, you can click on just a username, please. But assuming you've done all of that, then go on to the next screen. I'm using Firefox, by the way, to do this. So I will call the site domain A8. You make a good decision here because this will remain for all time as long as this particular site is alive. A8.barbertime.com will be the URL for this site. And the site title is going to be The Eighth Wonder of Barbering and Privacy. I'm going to say I'm going to not allow search engines like Google to look at this, but that's fine. Normally you would click yes here, of course. And then, that being the case, we scroll down and we'll find that there really is only one template at this time. But go ahead and select it by clicking on it. Scroll down further again, and this is a human verification to weed out the machines. What is the last name of the current U.S. president? I think we know this one. And then click sign up. Now, the site will send you an email. You can read this. This tells you all about it. But you're going to pop the email, and that will contain a link that will verify your email. I happen to be all set up, ready to go to this email. I'm just going to bring it up here. And yes, look, a new email. So when I open this up, you will see it says, to activate your blog, please click the following links, and there's the link. After you activate, you will receive another email with your login. After you activate, you can visit your site here. This is where the site's going to be. But you'll also find out that after you activate, it will take you to the website. And now your account is active. It tells you your username once again and shows your password. And from this point, we can go to the site, but you'd just be looking at the front end. But really, we need to log in because we have got a lot of housekeeping to do right here in the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. And once here on this screen, which, by the way, can be noted at this time, you could bookmark this right in your browser if you knew what you were doing with that. But it's always going to end in, well, your site.barbertime.com/wp-login.php, or to automatically come to this site, and let me show you this, you can just type /wp-admin. If you are logged in, it will take you to your dashboard, and if you're not logged in, well, it will take you to the login screen like it just did. Okay, so we put in the username and the password, and we log in. I like to remember my passwords and have my browser have them at the ready. Now, we've got something that will probably make your eyes cross if you've not had any experience with WordPress. All sorts of things. This has to do with a tour for a plugin that is enabled on your site called Yoast SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. Make you come up higher on Google. Close this for now. You can learn Yoast on your own time, but we'll get you up and running today. Now, these things are about other plugins and details thereof. Here's more about the SEO. And this is a huge SEO issue. You're blocking access to robots. It will take you, if you go over here, you'll see that you can uncheck a box to allow access, but you'll remember I didn't allow access because after this video is over, I will delete this, and really, what's the point? So I'm going to say, don't bug me. And here it's got a list of things that it can keep you busy with, but you already have this video, and this is all you need, really. So I'm going to dismiss this. And this is what the dashboard normally looks like. You can open and close these panels. You can turn them on and off or rearrange them however you like. But there's, on this particular screen, you see you have 4 columns worth. And what's more is you can open screen options and turn them on and off if you should so desire, so that you can make the arrangement that you are happy with. Okay, I'm going to close that for now. We have work to do, so let's go over to pages and see how many there are. Currently I just see something called sample page. And over here on posts, I see something called Hello World. It says blocked by superadmin, and yes, it's true. We have some blocked things at this point, but we are going to bring in other bits to complete the puzzle. It's not a perfect thing, but I will get you through it. This shows you the post. I went and viewed the post, but really what I want to do is trash it. This is just a sample post. And that's gone. One is moved into the trash. And like your recycle bin, you can move it out of the trash should you make a mistake. I'm going to go over to pages and look at all pages. The one page that's there, we're going to trash it. Good. So, there's the house cleaning. Now, we're going to do a couple things. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in, using Tools, Import, we're going to bring in, now using this WordPress importing plugin that is built in now, we're going to bring in a file that we need to actually pick up online. Here is the page that we went through to the site with, but from here I'm going to show you. We want to go to barbertime.com / sorry, using a touchpad, barbertime.com / member site content. Here I have spelled it out, so it's member site content. This is a specific page on the site, and it will give you instructions and a link on the page. This shows you how to go about saving it. Do it this way, otherwise you'll see a bunch of gobbledygook. You won't know what it is. So all we need to do is right-click that puppy, and however your browser does it, we'll save the file as something that we know where it is. In this case, I know exactly where I'm saving it, and I'm going to save it over top of this. It's already there, but yes, I'll save it there. And then once we have that file, we're going to take that and browse to it here. This is the file we need, and I'm going to have to browse to it. So pardon me as I do that. All right, and I am here. I'm going to double click that. and it now sees the file. We're going to upload, file, and import. Click. The Barbertime machine is going to do the rest. It's going to bring in all of the attachments and posts and pages. We do want all of this stuff to count. So here we're going to select your username because it gives you credit for the posts, and we're going to change those posts, but you'll still want your name on them at some point. And this says download and import file attachments. I'm going to skip that and not check these file attachments. I'm going to click submit, and WordPress does the rest. It's saying a bunch of things already exist. That's fine. Have fun, it says. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to do is go to Settings, Reading. And here it says Front Page Displays. Your latest posts. No, we don't want that. We want to change to a static page, and we're going to select the home page. Leave the post page unselected for now. Save changes. Next, we'll want to look at the menu, which can be found by going to Appearance, Menus. And here, unfortunately, it does double up the items. Not intentional, but can't be avoided. So, where it has two homes, we're simply going to remove one. Open it up, click Remove. It's gone. Where it has two staffs, we're going to remove one because it has staff and 3 pages. You may add more pages, or you may subtract some of these pages depending on how many staff you have. But we open that up and remove. I'll probably be fast forwarding the rest of these removals. Okay, now that we've done the removals, make sure that primary menu is checked, and do not check this automatically add new top level pages to this menu. You'll get a disorganized menu at best. It's best to watch the video to tell you how to do menus. And you do click Save Menu when you're done, or your work will be lost. Okay, let's tell you about the videos, by the way, really quickly. Video tutorials. Here's the videos. They're in the back area. There's lots of them, but they cover many topics. And say you wanted menus, right? Okay, so we look around here, and we find the one that has to do with menus. Navigation menus. So we would click that, and then make it full size, and watch the video. You can click on the screen to pause it, or click again to continue to play. At any rate, we're going to stop this and not watch it now. You can do that at your leisure. So, we've done these various changes, and now let's go ahead and look at the 8th wonder of barbering. I said 8th wonder of barbering. Well, it can be fixed. Anything can be fixed. I'm going to go ahead and visit the site. And here's your new site from the front end. It's got pictures from a barbershop that isn't yours, and it's got someone else's logo here, and it's got someone else's slogan and someone else's employees, but it gives you a nice jumping off point to make the site your own. So, we're looking at the home page, as you can tell by clicking here, which takes you to the home page, and here we are on the home page, or here, which, we're still on the home page. Yes, it's the home page, all right. You can go through and check out the site at this point, but the staff page has the 3 employees. Trending Styles is a slider page that is made from your posts that are labeled with the category styles. Same thing with news. News is a feed of posts that is made from, this is made from posts that are labeled news. Okay. Media you won't be able to change because it is a Barbertime page. Terms of agreement say that you will display this in your site, and that's fine. There's some couple ads there, and there's some of the Barbertime videos that you can watch on a slider. You can choose the one you want to watch, and these are changed for you on a regular basis. Same thing with the Hustle board, a page that is called Hustle board. It's actually a store page, and when you select these things, it takes you to the actual store. I'm going to right click that, click in a new tab, and there it takes you to the Barbertime store, where you can, if you should so desire, purchase the product. And so can your customers. There'll be a lot more offerings here in the future. So the thing to do is to start to change some of these posts and pages to match your own styles. I'll bet you don't do this one. So let's look at how to do that. First thing we do is we go to the dashboard. And once there, we look and see there are posts and pages. Now, what's the difference? Well, it turns out there is a video that talks about the difference between posts and pages. There is a video, and you can read about posts and pages, but generally, posts versus pages is an issue like this. Posts are blog posts that come up. The newest one is on top. It pushes the old one down. If you followed anybody's blog, you'll probably know this. They're chronological, they're topical, and they come and they go, but they never really go because they're always in your archives. The pages, however, are pages that are information that are generally unchanged. Of course, they can be changed, but they hang out, like About Us. You've written your biography. You're not going to rewrite it tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe next month, maybe next year. But it is essentially a static page. So you have static pages and changing posts. That's the difference. Let's look at the posts now. We can click on posts and we will see all of the posts that are actually in your site right now. And you'll notice that there are categories here. This one was uncategorized, and I'll show you why it is right now. If you look on the 8th wonder of barbering your site, the front end of your site, and you go to news, this is actually set up to pull up all of the posts that are categorized with the word news, and we only get one here, something about a new chair. Well, all right. I'm going to go back here though, and this one turns out was uncategorized. See that? That was a mistake. It would have popped up under news if we had selected news. So I'm going to open up the post, and here it is. And sure enough, down here is something called categories. And if we clicked news instead of uncategorized, it would have popped up in the news. Let's prove it. I'm going to go to Update, save the changes. Always save your changes. And then we go over to the front end, and when I click News now, it will pull up not only new chair, but the newer post about the latest Pats win. Okay, that's how that works. You'll notice it's pulling up the news ones and not the style ones. So if I were to go and look at the post marked style, going to all posts, and there's one about style, and I pull this up, now that's a fan, you will recognize from the slider a picture down here. The featured image is the very one with the words cut into the haircut. So this is that one, and you'll notice here under categories, style is selected. Once styles is selected, the featured image will go directly into that post automatically. This is how you're going to get that slider with all of your haircuts. It'll take up to 25 images. Alright, nothing to update here. We didn't make any changes, but you might want to learn how to change some of these pages to your own. Well, let's go to the home page. I click Pages, and we look for one called Home. It says here it's the front page. Unfortunately, these two, the Hustleboard and Media, and the name Hustleboard may not remain, but these are basically no-touch pages. They're going to be there. The home page, however, is one we can edit. So when you hover over home page, you see Edit or Quick Edit, which is a method of editing. Trash, you can throw it in the trash, or you can view it, which is like seeing it from the front end. We're just going to edit it. And by the way, if you just click on the title, it will go directly there into edit mode as well. So, we're waiting for that to come up. And here it is. It's sort of complicated here, but that's all right. We have, let's look at the front end here. If we go home, you will see there are 1, 2, 3 things that have to do with the employees. And they're the first things underneath the slider. We're not going to edit the slider yet, but we will learn how to edit these. Now, you could click Edit here while hovering over it, and it gives you a chance. Click Edit again because it's actually nested one inside the other. You could change the name. You could change the text. You could change the icon. You could change the background color to the icon. These are hexadecimal colors, and to properly do this, you would probably want to add a color picker extension to your browser. There, if you Google hexadecimal colors, you can then get hexadecimal numbers online to match the colors that you want. You write them down. There's 6 digits, and the digits can be numbers or letters up to a certain part of the alphabet. Since it's a hexadecimal, hexadecimal means base 16. So unfortunately with Arabic numbers there's only 10 of those. To get the other 6 digits you have to go into letters. That's why the numbers and letters. Anyway, you do that stuff. When you're done, you click Done, and you have a different name in the circle, and you can close it. Here's how you would change, and you can click Done here. Moving on, the first paragraph there, you can click Edit, and you'll see some stuff that you can now edit. At Generic Barbershop, we strive for excellence one haircut at a time. Okay, well, you might want to put your barbershop. And here you can put in the cursor, use the arrow keys and backspace key, and you can put in your own text at this point. At 8th Wonder Barbershop, we strive for excellence. You can use our copy if you like. Here we put the age of the year of establishment. It was 98 really, and blah blah blah. And it says take this text and replace it or use some of it and personalize it. We're going to just personalize it here. I'm going to remove this, delete, and backspace a couple keys. And great service, we'll put that period there. And now when we're done, we click Done. And then you click here, Update. Update will save the changed web page. And then when we take a look at the front side of the page, which we have open in a tab, all I have to do to see the updated page is click Refresh, and the new page has the new text. At 8th Wonder Barbershop, we strive for excellence. Now, You can rewrite it all, and probably should, but you've made it your own. Same thing goes for this block, generic barbershop, making you guys look good since whenever. Okay, you can put any slogan you want there. Quite simple. You go into the layout builder here, and there's the site origin headline. We go into that. We're editing both, and this says, I'm going to say 8th Wonder Barbershop. I'm just doing a simple update. Eighth Wonder Barbershop, making you guys look good since, oh, what was it, 98? 98, yeah. And I think we ended with an exclamation point. Alright, this BR, by the way, in the angle brackets, it makes it go to the next line. So we actually have 2 lines of text like you saw it a minute ago. I'd leave all this other stuff the same, but if you wanted to change fonts, you'd have to know what you're talking about. Just go look up Google fonts, pick the one you like. They're all here, all the names of all the Google fonts, and you can put the one you like in there. That's what I did. Alright, it's already aligned center, and I'm just going to click done, and done again, and update. And when I go to the page, which I can see in the tab is being updated, we go to the page. Okay, we go to the page and I hit F5 on my PC, or you can hit that little circle icon. Bang! You can see it changed here. 8th Wonder Barbershop, making you guys look good since 1998. Alright, so in this way we're going to go through and change all of the content. Basically that's it at this point, except you're going to want to know how to change images and this slider. So let's go into that. I have here many different controls, but the control that we're looking for is one called Meta Slider. So one can rearrange the slides here by dragging and dropping, but that's not what we really want to do. We want to add some new slides. And so we click Add Slide. And here we have a new slide area. Now, I'm going to open up a folder, and I'll fast forward here. Okay, we're back. I found some images. And let's say we want to put this image into there. I'm not sure we do because it's not really big enough. We want some fairly big images for the slider space. So I'm looking for one that is appropriately big. Well, let's try this one. So all you do is drag and drop. Boom. When I click here, you'll notice it's been uploaded. There it is. And now I'm going to take this image and add it to the slider. Add to slider. And there it is. It has been brought into the slider. I'm going to slide this up to the top and make it the first image in the slider. And we're going to click Save. And not messing with too much of it, we're going to go to the front page and hit refresh here, or F5. And we should have, yep, there it is, a bicycle stuck in a tree. It is now one of the slides. Now you'll see that the aspect ratio is completely different. This is so that when this is viewed on a phone, the aspect ratio is worked out. You'll also see that our image, now we can see more of it here, but it's kind of automatic in its cropping. you'll want to play with the image that you put here to make sure the maximum amount shows on a telephone. If you want to find out where you can crop images or resize them, just Google resize images online and you'll find free online picture resizer, and you upload the picture, and let's say I want that image that I used to come down a little. Well, first I've got to find the image again. Let's use this image. We'll just say open. It will upload the image, and then I click continue. And once we get it, oh look, it's the Avengers hanging around eating lunch. They look whipped. Well, I suppose that happens. So you can crop the selection here, and I just learned how to do it. So you highlight and you stretch. And let's say that wants to be the middle strip. And once you get it, then you can say crop selection, and that's the part that will be left. Alright, you can also resize it. You can make it smaller. Guess what, folks? You can't really make it larger. It'll resample to make it larger, but let's face it, there's only so much information there. So you can make it huge. You can say 1280, sure. And we've got all that. And we choose special effects. These are like filters in Instagram. And save as JPEG. You can choose the quality you want to save it in. I'm going to say best. And I'm done. Resize my pictures. You click this. And sure enough, all we need to do then is to save it to disk. But for this purpose, I'm going to click View Image. And there's our image. Made much bigger. Look at Ruffalo. God, they all look so tired. Sitting in the commissary. Okay, well, there you have it. So you now can resize your pictures and put them in your slider. Excellent. Now, how do you change this logo? Well, first you have to have a logo, folks. So you'll want a logo sooner or later. Get it made, get it scanned, and then you're going to use that same site that I showed you and resize it. But we're going to want to resize this fairly small, pretty much only about 200 pixels high. So here's how to change the logo. You go to the dashboard and look down the dashboard for Appearance. Customize will take you to changing many things, but we want to go to Theme Settings. Theme Settings lets us choose a logo image here. And this is sort of important. We will have uploaded our image of about 200 pixels or so high. It can be wide. This is an example of an image, the Barbertime image, but basically you'll want to have uploaded that first. Once it's uploaded via this, you can set logo, and you will set it there, and it will come in there. You're also going to want to make double the resolution for the Retina logo. So if your original logo is 200 pixels high, then your Retina logo wants to be 400 pixels high. You could use that site I showed you to double it, but generally you want a higher resolution image for that one. Okay, so once that's set, you click Save Settings and you have a new logo. You can set social icons. You can set all sorts of things through here. I'm going to now turn you on to the help settings. You can go to the theme documentation by following that link, and it will tell you anything you need to know to change whatever it is you want to make this site your home. Alright, well, I hope this was helpful, and I hope you can push this to serve you in many ways. Thanks for coming to Barbertime. Barbertime all the time. Signing out.